everyone, Nev here, and I have a special box. I'm really excited about this, and this is actually going to be a for real unboxing. And I say for real because you know, I'm kind of a phony when it comes to unboxings, and I usually open whatever I got like right away, and then put everything back in the box and do the unboxing, because I'm a big fat phony when it comes to things like that. Like, you know, on my art channel, when I did art subscription boxes, I opened them first. Because I can't wait until the camera's on me. And if you have been watching my channel at all, when I do the unboxings of the Witch's Roots and Witch's Moons, I ended up just calling them walkthroughs instead of unboxings, because it's not really an unboxing, because like I said, I can't wait till the camera's on me. Anyway, this is a true unboxing because, as you can see, I have not even opened the box yet, and this is my first ever Kickstarter that I backed. So I'm really excited about it. And if you've seen the title of the video, it is the Pacific Northwest Tarot. So I'm gonna quit yapping for a second here and grab my Cricut scissors, I think. And I'm just gonna go ahead and unbox this and open this up. Right. All right, I'm really excited. Woo, here we go. Okay. Oh, I'm really excited. Here we go. Oh. Now, I didn't get any extras or anything like that, so it's just the deck. Yeah. After I backed this deck, you know, I ended up backing like 4 more decks. Not in that same month. It was spanned out over a few months, but I do have 4 more Kickstarters that I'm waiting for the decks from. So, but this is the first one I backed, and I'm so excited about this. And the moment I saw the images for this, I was just blown away. Beautiful art. It's like kind of that vector art. Oh, look how beautiful. And it's lovely box. Beautiful. Love it. And it's magnetic. Opens on the side. And I love the infinity here. I hope I'm in frame. And let me check the lighting real quick. I hope that helps a little bit, but I'm actually not in my ritual room today, because we are having a whole lot of house demolition stuff going on right now, and yeah, and my ritual room is kind of blocked off. I do have access to it, but it's all the power's turned off, so I can't turn on the heat in there at all, so it's freezing in there. And yeah, and I can't even turn on the light, so I don't have access to it. But I did grab my Kiki's delivery service cloth to put on in my art room here. So anyway, so we got a great book here. Nice little white book. All the information I'm gonna need. A nice blurb about each. Looks like can have about 3 cards per page, or 2, some of them. This one only has 1, but yeah, so lots of information here, which is great. Yeah, really like that. And look at this. Look at the sides. It's the same color. It's the same dark blue as this back. And this is actually, I think, the first deck I have that actually has gilding. Not colored like there's just a speck of dust right there. That's all that is. But not colored like me coloring it myself. But this is the first deck I've gotten where it came gilded like this. So that's really exciting. A few more decks that I have ordered and backed will also have gilding. So I'm really excited about that. Wow, look at this. So the reason why I was so drawn to this deck is because I'm actually from the West Coast. I live in New England now, but I'm from the West Coast. My husband is from the Pacific Northwest. He is from Oregon. And his family moved to New Hampshire when he was a teen, and that's why we live here now. But he is from Oregon. My husband and I got married up in Northern California. That is also the Pacific Northwest. It's a little south of like a little on the south side, but yeah. So I was just immediately drawn to this. It felt like, I wouldn't say home, but I definitely feel a connection to the Pacific Northwest, and we even considered moving up there at some point, but decided not to. So, and this is an animal deck, and I am totally fine with animal decks. I connect just fine with them. I'm gonna go ahead and just start flipping through. So here's the full. We have an otter, beautiful backs. The Magician, I love this card, so pretty. Definitely makes me think of the Morrigan. But not that this will be a Morrigan deck. It's really not. But yeah, this is really pretty. Then High Priestess. I love that. The Empress, how pretty. I don't even remember this one from the pictures. And then we have the Emperor. Nice, very majestic. The Hierophant, a bee, very interesting. And it's got the symbolism there, has the 2 keys for the Hierophant. Lovers are 2 foxes? I think they're foxes. Yeah, let me see if, and it's also the front image here. I just want to see if it says, yeah, gray foxes. Okay, so it does list what the animal is, which is great. The Chariot. What is that? I'm gonna have to leave this book out. Gray whales. Gray whales. Nice. Very pretty. I love the colors of this deck. So beautiful. And then we have Strength. This is a sockeye salmon. Nice. The Hermit, a black bear. The Wheel of Fortune. It has a black turban snail. Okay, so it's a snail. Nice. We have Justice, which is in Osprey. And then the Hanged one is a Taylor's checker spot butterfly, the pupa of a butterfly. Nice. So it's kind of in that limbo stage, you know what I mean? Like, which is, because there's a lot of different interpretations to the Hanged Man, the Hanged One in this card. I often like to read it as like a new perspective, or seeing things from a different perspective, but there's other ways to also read the Hanged Man as like being stuck, or in a waiting period, or kind of incubating. Slowed progress, but progress nonetheless. So that's a very interesting interpretation of the Hanged Man. So Death, we have the Western North American Destroying Angel. Wow, so it's a type of mushroom. And this is for the Death card. Wow. I'm definitely going to have to look up some of these creatures here. Temperance. It looks like some sort of turtle. Let's see. It is the Western Painted Turtle. Beautiful. The Devil is Hops, a Japanese beetle. Must be common to the Pacific Northwest there. The Tower. That's a beautiful card. Look at the colors on this one. So this is a Douglas fir. So not all of these are animals, obviously. We've had a mushroom, and we've had a tree here. The star is the Mourning Dove. The moon is the Pacific Loon. That's very pretty. The sun, wow, look at the differences. Moon and sun. I always like to see the differences between the moon, the sun, and the star. Let me see if I can get these in here. So here's the 3 cards side by side. Beautiful. So star, moon, sun. Let me move these back over. I love that. What is that animal? That is a trumpeter swan. Beautiful. Judgment. Looks like some type of moth or a butterfly. It is the Taylor's checker spot butterfly. So this is the adult, and the other card was the hanged one was the pupa. So let's see. Where was that? All right. So we have the hanged one is the pupa of this butterfly. Very fascinating. I will definitely have to think on that for a while. That's very interesting. And then we have the world. This is a beautiful card. What is this? This is just a rose. So it just says rose. Beautiful. Very pretty. I love the contrast. These are perfectly contrasted colors here. Ace of Wands. So now we are in the minors. Ace of Wands. This is a canna. It's a flower, I think. Canna flower. The Two of Wands is a red-tailed hawk, the fledgling of a red-tailed hawk. And the next one is also a red-tailed hawk. It is the adult. So this is a fledgling and this is the adult. So that makes sense for the 2 and 3 of Wands. Because the 2 is kind of a planning card. It's kind of a it's not quite setting things in motion yet. It's kind of putting the ideas out, or getting the inspiration for the ideas, and then the 3 is starting to put those into motion. Yeah, it's the beginning of action. The 3 of Wands. So both of those are the same animal, but in different stages of life. So that makes sense. The 4 of Wands are red foxes. Beautiful. The 5 are bobcats. That was my elementary school mascot, were bobcats. So, and that's the other reason why I liked this deck is, while I was more from the Pacific Southwest of the United States, I have a lot of connections to the Pacific Northwest, and that region, that entire area, there's a lot of different climates and stuff, but there's a lot of the same animals. So there was definitely a connection of home with this deck for me. So bobcats for the 5 of Wands. 6 of Wands, these are sandhill cranes. Nice. All right. 7 of Wands is a mountain goat. I love it. 8 of Wands is a Vaux shifts. V-A-U-X. Vaux or Vox. I want to say like Vaux, but Vaux shifts or Vox's shifts. That's a type of bird. Again, gonna definitely look up some of these creatures and the flora and fauna. So the 9 of Wands is the North American porcupine. The 10 of Wands, let me turn the page. The 10 of the 10 of Wands is the Rocky Mountain elk. The Page of Wands is the kit fox. Cute. Very cute. The Knight of Wands is a coyote. Nice. The Queen of Wands is just a cat. Just cat. Love it. The King of Wands is a gray wolf. So we've got a fox, a coyote, a cat, and a wolf. And that makes sense. Hold on, let me pull out those court cards real quick. So we've got the King, the Queen, the Knight, and the Page. So foxes temperamentally are a lot more like cats than they are like dogs. And so these two kind of connect, and then these two kind of connect. This is a coyote and this is a wolf. So very cool. I really like that. So page, knight, queen, king. All right, let's put these back in the center. Ace of Cups. Look at this beautiful card. So Ace of Cups. So these are hydrangeas. All right. The Two of Cups is violet green swallows. Beautiful. I love these colors. The Three of Cups is pale shallowtail, Larkin's Admiral, Bois de Val's blue. So these are three types of butterflies, I think. Yeah, three types of butterflies. That makes sense for the Three of Cups. The Four is a Dungeness crab. The Five of Cups is the Fisher. So it's very small right here. Fisher. The Six of Cups is a giant Pacific octopus. Very cool. So you see the big tentacles. These are the babies. And that makes sense for the Six of Cups, because the Six of Cups has a lot to do with like nostalgia or memories, remembering, and also childhood, children, things like that. So we've got the mama octopus right here in the back, and all we see is her tentacle, and we see what looks like probably eggs right here, and then three of the baby octopi. So very nice. I like a lot of the choices made with this deck. So Seven of Cups is a Pacific fork-tailed damselfly. Nice. And you see the reflection of the reflection of the damselfly instead of the damselfly itself. It's almost like you're looking at it from underneath the water. And so that kind of makes sense with because Seven of Cups is all about having so many choices and being sort of confused on where to go, what choices, being kind of overwhelmed by choice. And here we have this murkiness where we're seeing what the options are, but we can't really decide yet. We're not quite sure. So I like that. Very interesting. So the Eight of Cups is a northern alligator lizard. Nice. And it's shedding its skin. So yeah, leaving what doesn't work behind and moving on to something better. That looks like an oyster. Yep, Pacific oyster for the Nine of Cups. Nice. 10 of Cups is a violet green swallow, family of them. Perfect. Page of Cups. So I'm going to pull out the quartz here. So the Page of Cups is a walleye surf perch. The Knight of Cups is a Pacific white-sided dolphin. So a fish, a dolphin, and the Queen of Cups is an orca whale. Beautiful. Gosh, wow. That's really nice. And the King of Cups is a leatherback sea turtle. So here are all the cup quartz for the cups. And if you noticed, the colors of the wands were more fiery, of course, whereas the colors for the cup suit is more blues. Very pretty. So Page, Knight, Queen, King. All right, let's put these back. All right, so now we're into the swords, and this is a common star lily. So lilies are some of my favorite flowers. The Two of Swords is a coast mole. So moles are blind, moles can't really see, so they use their other senses. So that makes sense because the Two of Swords often has to do with a sort of blind choice. So that makes sense. And then the Three of Swords, the Western tanager. So instead of having swords in an animal, which I know a lot of people have issues with, I actually don't have problem with stuff like that, but with imagery like that. This, however, has what looks like petals, but the red petals behind this bird. And then, of course, in each suit card, we do get a little symbol up here with the number. So the swords are doing that typical Rider-Waite-Smith into the heart, except it's into the number 3. So, very nice. All right, so 4 of swords is a Moonglow Anemone. Very pretty. All right, so the 5 of swords is the Northern Spotted Owl, or and the so 5 of swords. Oh, there's 2 things listed here. Oh, the bird is holding on to her. Okay, so I almost did not even see the squirrel here, because the information says that this is the Northern Spotted Owl and the Humboldt's Flying Squirrel. And I was like, where is the flying squirrel? But it is in the owl's mouth. Very interesting, because like this card is about like defeat, and you could look at it from the perspective of the one who won or the perspective of the one who lost, depending on the circumstances for the reading. But yeah, so it's having won or being defeated, but it's having won at what cost? And at what cost here is the death of this squirrel. So the owl is being nourished and getting what it needs, but the squirrel is losing its life. So that's the 5 of swords for you, and what an interesting take on this card. All right, so 6 is the black-eyed hermit crab. Nice. Okay, so yep, that's like, again, like a moving on sort of thing. Kind of similar to that shedding skin card from before. 7, what a cute little animal here. And I love the blue eggs. It makes me think of Joanna from Rescuers Down Under. So this is the Olympic short-tailed weasel. The Olympic short-tailed weasel. Nice. Okay, and now the 8 of swords is the Paiute ground squirrel. Paiute ground squirrel. The 9 of swords is the Northern Pacific rattlesnake. 10 of swords. Okay, we got that death. It's the skeleton of a bighorn sheep. Nice. Very fitting for this deck, for this card, I mean. So the page of swords, let's do these. All right, so the page of swords is the horned lark. The knight of swords is the northern goshank. Wow, look at that. Look at all that energy coming from this card. The queen of swords is the snowy white owl. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, a white owl, I think, is a perfect card for the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords is the great blue heron. So, nice. And the colors of this suit are kind of grayish teal, I would say. Yeah, beautiful. Love it. All right, and now finally my favorite suit, which is the suit of pentacles. So we have the sunflower, beautiful. For the 2, we have a 2-spotted lady beetle. That makes sense. And also it's kind of a juggling energy here. For the 3, this makes complete sense. It's paper wasps. Very cool. Don't want these in near your house though. But they are a good team, and that's what the 3 of Pentacles is all about, a teamwork. The 4 of Pentacles is the acorn woodpecker. The acorn woodpecker. There we go. I can't speak apparently. All right, so the 5 of Pentacles is the pronghorn. The 6 of Pentacles looks like a little chipmunk or squirrel or something. Nurse log and red vole. So Nurse Log, I think, is the plant. And the little animal down here in the corner, I'm not sure if the camera can even see it. I'm not sure if I can see it, but way down here in the corner is a red vole. So nice. So it's probably that these have kind of a symbiotic relationship. This plant or, this plant probably has a symbiotic relationship with the red vole. And that makes sense for the Six of Pentacles, which is all about reciprocation, sharing, but you give something and I give something, that sort of energy there. So the 7 is a black-tailed bumblebee. A lot of times we see bumblebees represented as the 8 of Pentacles. Very interesting here to see it as the 7 of Pentacles, which is also about, kind of building up your life, a sort of looking at what you've created and stepping back and assessing. Very nice. And my favorite card in any tarot deck is the 8 of Pentacles. And it's always, it's the first card I look to when I decide whether I want to get a deck or not. And it's not it's not a make or break. You know, there are certainly decks I have where I don't particularly care for the 8 of Pentacles, but it is an important card for me. So I actually really like that this is a hummingbird, and this is a Rufus hummingbird. And I have a tattoo of a hummingbird on me because a family friend of mine who passed away many years ago, he used to call me a little hummingbird because when I was younger I was a lot more energetic, and so he said I was little and full of energy, and so when he passed away, in remembrance of him, I got a hummingbird tattoo. So being that the 8 of Pentacles is my favorite card and the one I always look to, I really like that the hummingbird is represented here, and it does make sense. The hummingbird is always working, always doing her job. Yeah. So 9 of Pentacles, we have the Rainier cherries. Yeah, Rainier cherries. Ooh, look at this 10 of Pentacles. This is a Coast Redwood. The Page of Pentacles. Oh, we're going to do the pages. So the Page of Pentacles is the Townsend Chipmunk. The Knight of Pentacles is the black-tailed deer. The Queen of Pentacles is the North American beaver. Perfect. You couldn't have a Pacific Northwest deck without a beaver. And the King of Pentacles is the Olympic elk. So let me move this in. Beautiful. Really, really like this. So I'm going to go ahead and try to shuffle this a little bit. And the size of the cards, these are pretty standard tarot. I don't have, this was a pretty impromptu video, so I don't have another deck to compare it to. Yeah, this is pretty standard tarot size. I'm right out on my craft board here, so let me see if I can measure these. Let's see. This is about 2.75 by 4.75. 2.75 by 4.75, I would say. And let me do a quick shuffle. Now, I prefer riffle shuffling. That is just how I prefer to shuffle. I can do overhand, but I do prefer riffle shuffling. And it's not too difficult on the hands. They are pretty standard tarot size. Oh, they're a little stiff, but I feel like they'll break up, and so the last little bit didn't get in there, but they shuffled. All right, I'm gonna try again here. Try again with the riffle shuffle. So they are a little stiff. Oh, that was much better. I can't bridge yet. They're still a little stiff, so they'll loosen up over time. Let me do some overhand. I think I might have to do it this way because it's a little large for my hands here. I have such tiny hands. I'm a very small person. I'm 4'10", so yeah, I'm a very small person, and my hands are also very small. So very nice. And I'm just gonna pull a couple cards just to see what a 3-card spread would look like here. All right. We've got the King of Pentacles, nice. The High Priestess, wow. And finally, I'm gonna pick one from the top here. They do slightly stick together, ever so slightly. They're very matte. The Lovers, nice. What a beautiful reading here. I mean, I had no question or anything, but what a nice set of cards to get for this. So yeah, the cardstock is very matte, and it's smooth matte. So I do prefer like a linen, only because they shuffle nicer, and they spread apart easier when it's a linen cardstock. Whereas this is like a super matte cardstock, and so it's super flat, and because of that, you get some cards that sort of like cling together. I wouldn't say they stick, it's more that they cling together, because there's not that air pockets in there from like a linen cardstock that allow cards to freely move. But anyways, so I really like this deck. I'm so happy with my purchase, and this is my first Kickstarter. Look at that. I think I'm doing that the thing that what's her face does, Lisa Pepez, where she does that and then puts this in the middle. Don't worry, I'm not trying to copy her. I was just but yeah, so really love this deck. I'm super thrilled. Yeah, so thank you for joining me, and I will definitely do some videos of the other decks I'm getting. I'm not going to say what they are yet, but I did back like 4 other decks. 2 of them are actually mini versions of decks that already came out. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.